I've come to the realization that I'm not a Resident Evil fan. Actually, no. I'm not a modern Resident Evil fan. I don't like that sluggish RE Engine gameplay. I don't like the linear storytelling. I don't like guns that have no impact. I don't like garbage recasted voice actors. I don't like missing content and plot holes. I don't like modern Resident Evil. What I do like is what Resident Evil used to be before the remake universe took center stage like Freddy fucking Fazbear. Fear, helplessness, true item management, deviating paths, and fans that weren't so goddamn obsessed with Leon. I fought with this feeling that I've had for years now. I'm only 23. I was born in 2002, the same year RE0 and the HD remaster came out. My first experience with Resident Evil wasn't until the fourth one came out on the Wii. Beyond that, a little bit of Deadly Silence on the DS. I wasn't the biggest fan of this series by any means. It wasn't until RE2 Remake came out, and then RE3, and then Village, when I realized, man, this shit is ass. Remakes are supposed to revitalize games on 20-year-old hardware. Why the fuck is so much stuff missing from them? I played RE2 for the first time long after playing the remake. No nostalgia involved because, I never played the game. And the whole time, I'm sitting here like, bruh, this game is so fire! The remake is cool. A solid 6 out of 10. Above average, just like me, for real. Why is this game missing so much content? Why does Claire look so weird? Why is Ada's head so big? Where's the true B route? Cause motherfucker, it ain't here. And don't get me started on RE3 remake. It's been said so many times, this shit is ass. Truly got me like, I never even played this one. No way in hell I'm buying this for $60. For those who don't know, RE3 Remake was not developed by the usual Resident Evil team, but instead a separate team that has no business making games for such a well-regarded franchise. I have a personal and very real hatred for that B team. I watched my friend play a lot of this dog shit game, and here, let me give you another list of stupid ass decisions that they made. First off, Jill is fucking ugly as shit. Who in the fuck are you? Cause you aren't Jill, bruh, don't play with me. Jill's also just such a cunt in this game. Excuse my language. Like, Jill is stern and sticks up for herself in the OG, but she still has a heart. She still cares for the people around her, and especially cares about her city that's being taken over by zombies. Remake Jill doesn't give a fuck. She's mean and annoying. She talks like a teenager that just learned how to swear. It's ass. And this game is $60 and it's only 6 hours long. That's $10 for an hour of gameplay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was bowling. Not to mention, half of the original map was delegated to a fucking walking simulator at the beginning of the game. This whole area is explorable in the original, but not here in this $60 remake. You get to watch a movie instead. Last of Us players be like, hell yeah. Resident Evil players be like, bruh. Don't forget about all the other locations and game mechanics that didn't return from the original. But Luber, who cares if stuff is missing if the game's still good? Shut the fuck up. Like, actually, this game is not good. If you like the game, that's great. I'm so happy for you. But it's cheeks. I like dog shit games sometimes too, you know? This game is a DLC. This game is a $10 expansion pack. Oh wait, speaking of, Resident Evil 4. It was a good remake. I enjoyed it. I 100% complete this one. I still don't like the sluggish movements the RE Engine has. Everything movement in this game feels like it has so much weight behind it, which would be fine except for the one thing that should feel that way, being the guns feel like they're shooting Orbeez head ass. None of the guns in this game have any impact. I feel like I loaded my shells full of sand. I shoot a fucking zombie and it doesn't move. It's the same way in all the RE Engine games. It's so, but it kind of made sense for RE2. But when you up the action for the next games, maybe shit should feel a little better. What do I know, man? I've only been fucking playing games my whole life. Little side note, I can't stand Resident Evil YouTubers, especially this jit with his bogus AI generated thumbnails and clickbait titles and fucking fake leaks. Eat Ribbon's cool. 2 years ago, when Separate Ways dropped, all the main RE YouTubers reviewed it, and surprise, surprise, gave it outstanding praise, saying it's the best DLC to ever be made for a game. But my favorite part of the reviews was actually,
cheers to Capcom for providing me with a review key.
I also want to thank Capcom for the early review copy.
Y'all are so fucking lame, for real. This DLC sucks dick. But Luber, Separate Ways was really good. Shut your ass up, bro. Like, how many times? No, I'm not gonna say the original Separate Ways was good, but at the very least, it was fun. This DLC was developed not by Capcom, but only, you guessed it, the main game grounds the story with more realism than the original had, and the DLC just says, nah, it is a superhero. I hope you like that. I don't. Why is she flying around like that, bro? Why are all these enemies so much tankier than the main game? How are you still fucking alive? I'm literally 3 bullets away from not having any bullets. Why in the hell did you spit out your Plaga when the medicine Lewis made was only a suppressant? Plagas kill the host when the body doesn't take to it. They don't spit it up. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why was she the only... That has never happened before. And do not tell me it's because she defeated you 3, because that's dumb. And here's the kicker with Separate Ways. In the original, Ada is retrieving the sample to bring to Wesker, who is not anywhere near Spain. In the remake, Ada is sent to retrieve the amber sample, and not even an hour in, Wesker shows up in person to tell her what to do. Why the absolute fuck would Wesker not just get it himself? He has superpowers, like actual superpowers. Ada doesn't need to be here. This one decision makes Separate Ways so unbelievably obsolete. There's a moment on the island where Wesker shows up again and stares at the amber with his own 2 eyes, then looks at Ada and says, "Go get it." Are we fucking for real? Good job, C-Team. You made this garbage and took away my 100% completion. And thank you, RE YouTubers, for glazing the most dogshit DLC I've ever played.
Yeah, probably the theory that most fans are hoping is true is that the man in the chair is in fact Albert Wesker. In the trailer, the man in question is wearing a very similar jacket to Wesker's midnight jacket from Resident Evil 5.
Are people dead ass saying this guy is Wesker? Also, shout out to the voice actor for Ada. You single-handedly did the worst voice work in a Resident Evil game since 1996.
Fly, my pretty. Pull yourself together, Luis.
Can someone make a mod to change this voice actor?
That voice.
Ada!
Guess my new friend was the result of some experiment.
What was that line?
By the way, RE5 does not take place in the remake universe. I know it's super hard for you scholars to understand, but it obviously doesn't, so I don't know, maybe stop saying that. Resident Evil Village is so ass. I don't even want to talk about this one. Coming from someone who beat this game 3 times, I wish I could delete it from existence. Again, if you like these games, I'm so happy for you. I wish that I could. But what we're not gonna do is act like these motherfuckers don't exist. Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and 4 are classics for a reason. People complain about the voice work in these games. I'm sorry, yo. What episode of One Piece are you on? Any cartoon, anime, or game all had voice work on par with these ones. But I don't like Taken trolls. Grow up. If you want to play a game that performs like every other game that's come out in the last 15 years, that's cool. But I like a little bit of uniqueness, a little flavor, and that flavor tastes fucking great. RE Village tastes like Save More Beef. At the end of the day, I'm complaining about this stuff, but I understand. I'm getting older, and Resident Evil fans are getting younger each year. Why play a game like this when you can play a game like that? I do understand. And truthfully, maybe TikTok isn't the place for me, because anyone can use that app regardless, and I'm really starting to notice it. People have been making rankings of all the entries, but most of these rankings don't even have the 1st through 6th game on them. Don't tell me you're ranking all the Resident Evil games and only put the fucking remakes. Like, damn, I didn't realize y'all were that young, and I'm only 23. And also, why does everyone talk about fucking Leon? You guys are so weird about that shit. Like, yeah, he's cool. When I was young, I used to look just like that guy. I used to act like him. I even got a Los Illuminados tattoo on my arm because this was my favorite character. And then this shit came out. And now all I hear about is... I'm so happy y'all get to enjoy some. But damn! This is some Undertale levels of cringe obsession. Some Five Nights at Freddy's shit. And the worst part is y'all aren't even old enough to understand that reference. Yes, Leon is cool, but I don't even want to talk about this shit with people anymore, because I'm not interested in being roped in with obsessive fans of any capacity. And it's half Capcom's fault too. They butchered the new Chris, they butchered the new Jill. They won't give us anything on Rebecca, Sherry, Jake Mueller, or Sheva. Like, hey, Capcom, Leon isn't the only character here, you know? But they probably feel obligated because the fandom would riot if he didn't show up. This same shit happened in 2021 with Spider-Man. Liking Spider-Man is so mainstream to the point that if you don't like Spider-Man, you are a weirdo. I am not a weirdo. I think he's cool, but I'm not gonna ride his meat if I ever met him. Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's a very known thing that fandoms that resonate on TikTok are absurd. And so I'm not saying anything that we don't know already. OG Resident Evil fans, rejoice. Here's to hoping Capcom releases the original trilogy on consoles soon. This has been Lubert. Thank you for listening to my rant. If you guys agree with me or disagree with me, let me know. It's fine. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.